What if I told you that you could have a lush, thriving indoor jungle without ever touching a bag of potting soil? No mess, no bugs, no overwatering disasters. Just clean, beautiful plants growing in nothing but water. Sound too good to be true? Well, stick around because today I'm showing you 17 absolutely stunning houseplants that will thrive with their roots completely submerged in water. And number 7 on this list? It's been sitting on my kitchen counter for 3 years in the same jar of water, and it's never looked better. Today's video is perfect for beginners, renters who don't want the mess, or anyone who wants a unique, modern way to display their plants. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our upcoming video on how to propagate these beauties. All right, let's dive into our first water-loving wonder. Plant 1, Pothos, starting strong with the absolute queen of water propagation, Pothos. If you're brand new to growing plants in water, this is your starting point. Pothos, also known as devil's ivy, is basically indestructible. I'm talking college dorm room levels of neglect tolerant. Here's what makes Pothos perfect for water growing. First, it roots incredibly fast. You can take a cutting, pop it in a glass of water, and within a week you'll see white roots emerging. Second, it actually grows faster in water than in soil in many cases because the roots have direct access to oxygen and nutrients. And third, those cascading vines look absolutely gorgeous in a clear vase or hanging jar where you can see the root system developing. Pro tip: the golden pothos, marble queen, and neon varieties all work equally well in water. Change the water every 1 to 2 weeks and place it in bright, indirect light. You can keep it in water indefinitely. I've got one that's been going strong for over 2 years, and the vines are now 6 feet long. Plant 2, Lucky Bamboo. Number 2 is Lucky Bamboo, and here's a fun fact. It's not actually bamboo at all. It's a type of tropical water lily called Dracaena sanderiana, but don't let that confuse you. What matters is that this plant is made for growing in water. You've probably seen Lucky Bamboo arranged in those beautiful spirals and shapes at garden centers, sitting in decorative containers with nothing but pebbles and water. That's because this plant naturally grows in water in its native habitat. The best part? It's extremely low maintenance. Fill a container with a few inches of water. Add some decorative rocks to anchor the stems if you want, and you're done. The only thing Lucky Bamboo is picky about is the water quality. Use filtered or distilled water if your tap water is heavily chlorinated. Change the water every 2 to 3 weeks, keep it out of direct sunlight, and it'll bring you good fortune for years to come. Or at least bring you a really cool-looking plant. Plant 3, Spider Plant. Plant number 3 is the spider plant, and if you grew up in the 70s or 80s, you probably have some nostalgia associated with these guys because they were everywhere. Well, they're making a major comeback, and for good reason. Spider plants are incredibly easy to grow in water, especially the baby plantlets that dangle off the mother plant on those long stems. Simply snip off a baby spider plant, place it in water, and within days you'll see roots forming. What I love about spider plants in water is how architectural they look. Those long, arching leaves with the white stripes create such a beautiful contrast against a clear glass vessel. Keep them in moderate to bright indirect light, change the water weekly, and watch them flourish. They're also fantastic air purifiers, so you're getting beauty and cleaner air. Win-win. Plant 4, Philodendron. Number 4 is the Philodendron family, and when I say family, I mean it. There are hundreds of varieties, and almost all of them will grow happily in water. The heartleaf philodendron is probably the most common, with those gorgeous, glossy, heart-shaped leaves. Philodendrons are actually related to pothos, so they share a lot of the same easygoing characteristics. Take a cutting with at least one node. That's the little bump on the stem where roots will emerge, place it in water, and you're off to the races. What makes philodendrons special is the sheer variety. You can collect the bright green Brazil variety, the dark velvety Mycans, or even the trendy pink princess if you want to get fancy. They all look stunning in water, and grouping several different varieties in matching containers creates an amazing display. Change the water every week or so, give them bright indirect light, and enjoy the vining goodness. Plant number 5 might surprise you. Coleus. Most people think of Coleus as an outdoor annual, but these colorful beauties are absolute showstoppers when grown in water indoors. The leaves on Coleus are where the magic happens. We're talking vibrant reds, purples, yellows, and greens, often all on the same leaf in intricate patterns. When you grow Coleus in water, those colors become even more vibrant because the plant is getting consistent moisture and nutrients. Taking cuttings is simple. Snip a 4 to 6 inch stem, remove the lower leaves, and place it in water. Roots develop within a week, and the plant will continue to grow and produce new colorful foliage. The key with Coleus is light. They need bright light to maintain those intense colors, so a sunny windowsill is perfect. Rotate your container occasionally so all sides get even light. Change the water weekly, and prepare for compliments because everyone who sees these will want to know your secret. Plant 6, English ivy. Number 6 is English ivy, and this elegant trailing plant looks absolutely enchanting growing in water. There's something about those classic lobed leaves cascading from a vintage glass bottle that just screams cottagecore aesthetic. English ivy roots readily in water. Simply take a cutting about 6 inches long, strip off the bottom leaves, and submerge the stem. Place it in a spot with bright, indirect light, and you'll have roots in about 2 weeks. Here's what's cool about ivy in water. You can train it to grow in specific directions. Want it to cascade down from a high shelf? Perfect. Want to train it around a window frame? Absolutely doable. The plant is super flexible and forgiving. One word of caution: ivy can be toxic to pets, so keep it out of reach of curious cats and dogs. Also, change that water regularly because ivy can be a bit more prone to root rot than some of our other plants if the water gets stagnant. Plant 7, Chinese evergreen. Lucky number 7 is the Chinese evergreen, and this is the plant I mentioned in the intro that's been thriving in water on my counter for 3 years. I started it as a cutting, and it's now a full, lush plant with the most beautiful pink and green variegated leaves. Chinese evergreens, or aglaonemas, are seriously underrated for water growing. They're typically sold as soil plants, but they transition to water beautifully. If you're starting from a soil plant, gently wash all the soil from the roots before placing it in water. If you're starting from a cutting, just make sure you have at least one node. What I love most about Chinese evergreens is the variety. There are so many stunning cultivars with red, pink, and silver markings. They tolerate lower light conditions better than most plants, making them perfect for offices or rooms without much natural light. Change the water every 2 weeks and occasionally add a tiny drop of liquid fertilizer to keep those colors vibrant. This plant is proof that you can have long-term success with water growing. Plant 8, Begonia. Plant number 8 is begonias, specifically Rex begonias with those absolutely jaw-dropping leaves. If you want a plant that looks like living art, this is it. Rex begonias have some of the most intricate leaf patterns and colors you'll find in the plant world. Metallic silvers, deep purples, hot pinks, and spiraling patterns that look hand-painted. When you grow them in water, you get the added bonus of seeing their delicate root system develop, which is fascinating to watch. Take a leaf cutting or stem cutting and place it in water in a warm spot with bright, indirect light. Begonias like humidity, so if your home is dry, consider grouping several water plants together to create a little humid microclimate. Change the water weekly and be patient. Begonias can take a bit longer to root than something like Pothos, but the wait is absolutely worth it. Plant 9, Wandering Jew. Number 9 is the Wandering Jew, also called Tradescantia or inch plant. This fast-growing trailing plant is a water-growing champion, and the purple varieties are particularly stunning. Wandering Jew grows so quickly in water that you can literally watch it change day by day. Take a cutting, pop it in water, and within 3 to 5 days, you'll see roots. Within a couple weeks, you'll see new growth. It's incredibly satisfying for impatient plant parents. The purple and silver striped varieties look especially gorgeous in clear glass containers. The colors intensify with bright light, so don't be shy about giving this one a sunny spot. It's also really forgiving, so if you forget to change the water for a few weeks, it'll usually be just fine. Pro tip: Wandering Jew tends to get leggy over time, so every few months, take fresh cuttings and start new containers to keep your display looking full and lush. Plant 10, Arrowhead Vine. Plant number 10 is the Arrowhead Vine, or Syngonium, and this is one of my personal favorites for water growing. The leaves are shaped like, you guessed it, arrowheads, and they come in colors ranging from classic green to pink, white, and even chocolate brown. Arrowhead vines are similar to philodendrons in care and ease of propagation. Cut a stem with a few leaves and a node, place it in water, and watch it take off. What's unique about Syngonium is how the leaf shape changes as the plant matures, becoming more lobed and complex over time. These plants look fantastic in hanging containers where the vines can trail down, or you can add a moss pole or stick in the water for them to climb up. They're adaptable and easygoing, tolerating a range of light conditions. Change the water weekly and enjoy the constant new growth. Plant 11, Monstera. Number 11 is the Instagram-famous Monstera. And yes, even this trendy beauty can grow in water. Whether you choose the classic Monstera deliciosa with those dramatic split leaves, or the more compact Monstera adansoni with the Swiss cheese holes, both will thrive in water. Now, Monsteras are larger plants, so you'll need a bigger container, but the effect is absolutely worth it. Imagine those iconic leaves emerging from a large glass vase, roots visible beneath. It's modern, minimalist, and totally eye-catching. Take a cutting with at least one node and one leaf. Place it in water and position it in bright, indirect light. Monstera roots can get quite extensive, which is actually really cool to watch. Change the water every week or two and consider adding a diluted liquid fertilizer monthly during the growing season to support those big leaves. Plant 12, Purple Heart. Plant number 12 is Purple Heart, or Tradescantia pallida, and if you want bold color, this is your plant. The entire plant, stems and leaves, is a deep, rich purple that creates an incredible visual impact. Purple Heart is another super easy propagator. Snap off a stem, stick it in water, and it roots within days. What I love about this plant is how dramatic it looks, especially when displayed in a white or clear container that really makes that purple pop. This plant needs bright light to maintain its deep purple color. In too much shade, it'll turn more greenish. So give it a sunny windowsill, change the water weekly, and watch it grow like crazy. It's also really full and bushy, so one container can create quite a statement. Plant 13, Impatiens. Number 13 is Impatiens, another plant people usually think of as an outdoor annual, but it's fantastic indoors in water. The constant flowers and bright colors bring serious joy to any space. Impatiens cuttings root incredibly easily in water. Take a 4 to 5 inch cutting, remove the lower leaves, and place it in water near a bright window. Not only will it root, but it'll continue to bloom. Imagine having fresh flowers year-round from a plant that's just sitting in water. No soil, no mess, just constant color. The double-flowered varieties are particularly stunning, looking like tiny roses. Keep the water fresh, give them plenty of light, and pinch back the stems occasionally to encourage bushier growth. Impatiens in water is one of those happy accidents that really works beautifully. Plant 14, African violet leaves. Number 14 is something a bit different. African violet leaves. While you can't grow a mature African violet indefinitely in just water, you can propagate new plants from single leaves in water, and the process is absolutely magical to watch. Take a healthy leaf with a bit of stem attached, place it in water so just the stem is submerged, and wait. In a few weeks, you'll see tiny roots forming, and then baby plantlets will emerge from the base of the leaf. It's like watching new life being born. Once the plantlets are large enough, you'll eventually want to transfer them to soil. But watching the process unfold in water is educational and exciting, especially for kids or new plant parents. Keep the water clean, provide bright indirect light, and be patient. Good things take time. Plant 15, Peace Lily. Plant number 15 is the elegant peace lily. Now, peace lilies are a bit different from our other plants because while they can be grown in water, they need a transition period and do best in a semi-hydroponic setup. To convert a peace lily to water, gently remove it from soil and carefully rinse all the soil from the roots under lukewarm water. Place it in a container of water, making sure the crown of the plant stays above the water line to prevent rot. For the first few weeks, change the water every few days as the plant adjusts. What makes peace lilies special is those beautiful white flowers and their air-purifying abilities. They're known for removing toxins from indoor air, so they're as functional as they are beautiful. Once established in water, they need fresh water weekly and bright, indirect light. Some people add clay pebbles or glass beads to help support the plant, which also looks really attractive. Just remember, no fertilizer with high salts, as peace lilies can be sensitive. Plant 16, potato vine. Plant number 16 is one that'll blow your mind. Sweet potato vine. Yes, you can actually take a sweet potato from your kitchen, suspend it in water, and grow the most gorgeous ornamental vine you've ever seen. Here's how it works. Take an organic sweet potato, stick 3 or 4 toothpicks around the middle, and suspend it over a jar of water so the bottom third is submerged. Place it in a sunny spot, and within a week or two, you'll see roots growing down into the water and vines shooting up from the top. The vines grow incredibly fast, sometimes several inches per day, with heart-shaped leaves that can be lime green, deep purple, or even tricolor. It's absolutely stunning when the vines get long and start cascading down. Kids love watching this one grow because the progress is so visible and dramatic. Change the water weekly, give it lots of light, and enjoy this edible ornamental. And here's a fun bonus. Those sweet potato vines you see in garden centers that cost $15? You just grew one from a grocery store sweet potato that cost maybe $2. Talk about a win. Plant 17, oregano and basil. And plant number 17 is actually a 2-for-1 deal. Oregano and basil. That's right. You can grow fresh herbs in water right on your kitchen counter for cooking, and they'll stay fresh and productive for months. Both of these culinary herbs root incredibly easily in water. Take cuttings from healthy stems, about 4 to 6 inches long, remove the lower leaves, and place them in water on a sunny windowsill. Within a week, you'll see white roots forming, and the plants will continue to grow and produce fresh leaves you can harvest. Imagine never running to the store for fresh basil again. Just snip what you need from your water-grown herb garden. The key is to harvest regularly, which actually encourages bushier growth, and keep the water fresh. Change it every few days since herbs can be a bit more sensitive to stagnant water. Basil especially loves warmth and lots of light, so a south-facing window is ideal. You can also try this with mint, though fair warning. Mint grows so aggressively in water that you might end up with a mint jungle. But if you love mojitos and fresh tea, that's not exactly a problem, right? And there you have it. 17 stunning houseplants that don't need a single speck of soil to thrive. Let's do a quick recap. We covered the easy classics like Pothos and Philodendron, colorful showstoppers like Coleus and Purple Heart, flowering beauties like Impatiens, edible options like sweet potato vine and fresh herbs, and even some surprises like peace lily and Chinese evergreen. Before we wrap up, let me share a few universal tips for success with water-grown plants. First, use room temperature filtered or distilled water when possible, especially if your tap water is heavily chlorinated or hard. Second, change the water regularly, usually once a week, to prevent algae and keep oxygen levels high. Third, use clear containers so you can monitor root health and water levels. Fourth, bright indirect light works for most of these plants, so near a window but not in harsh direct sun. And finally, you can add a tiny amount of liquid fertilizer, just a few drops, once a month during the growing season to keep your plants lush and healthy. The beauty of water-grown plants is the simplicity. No worrying about overwatering or underwatering, no fungus gnats, no repotting. And you get the added visual interest of seeing the root systems develop. Plus, it's incredibly satisfying to propagate plants this way and share them with friends. So which plant are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments. And if you're already growing plants in water, share your tips and tricks with the community. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more plant care tips and tricks. Thanks so much for watching. Happy planting, and I'll see you in the next one on 15 stunning houseplants that thrive in zero sunlight.